My dogs just don't like being back here. They don't want to come back here. Oh well, I gotta burn. Huggers or not. He'd rather lay down and sleep up there than come back here. That's okay. He don't like boogers. Grizzly would be back here with me. Well, actually, Grizzly is back here with me. But look at the wind blowing smoke right at me, of course. I have burned some wood today. I got that corner back there almost cleaned out. I've really got to get back here and finish. Yeah, that's the tree. This used to be cleared out. Where my trailer's sitting was where you walked out. It was a trail. It just come around this tree here from right there. And you would walk around here and go out right there. And I come through here one day. I was walking. And sitting right there was a little booger. Little black booger. And right behind that clump of trees was the mama. Now when I come around the corner and I saw the little booger, I didn't stop. I kept moving, so it's kind of blurry. But the little booger followed me through the bush. As I walked out there beside the bush, I'll show you. Now, I used to wonder why the boogers would bring their babies up here and sit them down in front of me. And I thought at first, being naive, see, I come out of there and I was walking right here. But being naive, I thought it was because they trusted me. But actually, no. I was being used as a lesson to teach their babies how to get up close to people and not be heard or seen. Now I've seen one sitting right there up in those bushes. They used to come in and out here. But he followed me all the way down through here. Oh, I'm surprised I've still got peaches on here. Getting pretty big too. Anyway, yeah, I was walking and I had the camera turned this way, but I was facing straight ahead. And of course the bushes weren't this tall. They were like knee high. But I got to about right here and I stopped. And when I stopped, he come out right here. And behind the bush, there was smaller bushes like that. And when I stopped and he took another step, he realized his head was in the opening and he froze. And then I didn't look at him because I knew Mama was right behind us. So I just turned and I walked straight toward the house. Just turned and walked straight up that way. But I got a good picture of his head. And right in there is that line they made. The day I went up in there and they came in and zapped Grizz. Grizz, he wouldn't go in the bush unless I was in the bush. And when I went in the bush, he come and he stood right here. And I was coming out. And one of the boogers, you can see there's some big oaks right there. And that's a berm. It goes downhill on the other side of those oaks. He had crawled up behind those oaks, and he was kind of peeking around right there. And Grizz put his head down and locked eyes with it. And when he did, another booger come in this way behind him. And Grizz was standing right there. And he was locked eyes with that booger right there. And then another one come in. I heard it. And it was back there somewhere. There's a big oak tree back there. Grizz turned to look at it, and then he turned back. And he starts licking his muzzle. Grizz always licked his muzzle when the boogers were close. That was, dogs do that when they're, you know how like when they're about to fight and they'll start licking? Well, Grizz would do that when the boogers were close. He would start licking his muzzle and he'd look at me and then he'd keep an eye on the boogers. But every video I've got when the boogers were in, Grizz would be licking his muzzle and looking at me. He would just shoot me a look and then he'd go back to, watching what was going on. Willie, I'm surprised you're back here with me today. I was back here burning in April. And they came in and Willie took off. He wasn't going to stay back here. And Grizzly would do that too. Grizz would go up front and lay either under a pecan tree in the shade or he'd lay over by the barn. But he would always lay down where he could see me and keep an eye on me. And if I was back here cutting grass and the boogers came in and they got too close to me, Grizz would come running out and he would do a big circle around me. He didn't like the mower, but he would start to circle me and he would get closer and closer in and he'd be licking his muzzle. And that was like saying, you need to stop and come back up front. So I would always stop and come back up front, go back up front. Anyway, I'll put that video of Willie not coming back here in the front. And my birthday was in April, so everybody wished me happy birthday. Thank you. And you don't have to wish me happy birthday now. It's June. But yeah, they don't bother me as much now. Number one, I walked my property and I prayed over it. And then I believe they got dispatched. I was laying in bed one night and machine guns went off back here. Scared me to death. I got up and run for the other end of the house because I didn't know if bullets were going to come through the walls or not. I'm losing my voice. And things just got real quiet for a long time. I think after about 3 weeks I went to look for them. And I found them at a lake about two or 3 miles from here. I don't know how many actually got dispatched. I saw a boss, and he looked sickly. I don't know if he had been hit, but he looked like he had lost a lot of weight, and he was kind of puny looking. Yeah, I just cut all that stuff back, and it's grown back and already. That right there I cut down to the stump. Well, all of it I did. And I put those sticks there, in case you're wondering. Oh, that's a dead kitten. Oh, that's not good. Okay. So yeah, that was killed, looks like last night. And it's right next to my chair. I'm going to bury it real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Took care of that. Hope my dog don't dig it up. I didn't see any marks on it. They used to give me rabbits all the time. I don't know. Now, if a fox killed that, the fox would have ate it. Even a bobcat would have ate it, I believe. Now, I did go in right there where that grapevine's laying and cut some of that yaupon. That's why the grapevine's laying down, because the yaupons are laying down. That's a big tree right there. And I believe that tree is a portal. And I have a reason for believing it's a portal. But I'm not going into that right now. I don't know where my dog went. Oh, my tree's blooming. Yep, I've got to get in here and cut all that down. And that. I had that cleared out to nothing but the trees. And I need to cut everything back down and spray it. Or hire someone to do it. And I need to cut down this pear tree. Because it don't ever produce. For one thing, it's got too many suckers on it. And I didn't plant it, it just came up by itself. A sand pear. Anywho, that's all I've been up to. I haven't been anywhere. It's getting hard for me to get out. I've thought about doing some night riding on the dirt roads. That's kind of scary. I know I've got to go down to my sister's this month for my mom's birthday. Y'all, she's 91. She'll be 91. God's blessed her. That's a big oak right there. I know the camera won't do it justice. It is huge. It's kind of disturbing about the kitten. I don't know why there would be a kitten next to my chair. But anyway, I'm going to finish my walk and then I'm going in. It's hot out here.